Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's really quick video, I'm going to be going over the Batman vs. Professor Doom McFarlane DC Multiverse action figure 2-pack. I think for the title of this video, I'll shorten that down to something else, but that's what we're going to be doing today. I've already unboxed the figure. It would have been a pain in the butt to kind of unbox the whole thing on camera here, so I have everything laid out and we'll go over that. But really quickly, I did want to show this off because I don't plan on unboxing it. I'm going to keep it in the box. I did pick up the Fallout Mega Construct power armor set from Amazon. I did get this and I like the box a lot. I don't really have room to display these figures, and if I did open it, I'd want to do that. So I'm going to keep this in the box for now. I do plan on getting the Red Rocket Station and keeping that in the box too, but for the meantime, I just wanted to show that off on the channel very quickly, and now let's get into the review. So I want to go over the box very quickly. This is the box itself that it came in. You got the front there, two little things in the back here, or images I should say, and these actually do come in card format as well. So we do have the same images in card format. They're a little bit bent from being in the packaging, but there's some information there on the back. You've got Professor Zoom, Eobard Thawne, and then Thomas Wayne Batman. Of course, this is from the Flashpoint run of comics, and there was a movie and everything. If you guys don't know, Bruce Wayne ends up dying instead of his parents, and Thomas Wayne becomes Batman. Long story, but it's very, very cool. But one of the other cool things about the packaging is it came with this very interesting cardboard backdrop of just like a city, and this would be perfect for any kind of display. So I'm going to keep this. I'll find some kind of use for it, but that is really cool, and it'll probably come in handy for my DC display. But let's get into the figures. So number one, we do have a diorama kind of display for the figures. Very thin, but I'm sure that they will hold up well on it. It's just kind of like a road, like a brick road or something, just a whole bunch of junk on there. But we do have this Here Lies Bruce Wayne, of course, because Bruce Wayne died in this version, tombstone there. So that is very cool. I'm going to probably use that for my Batcave setup that I have over there on the shelf. But next up, let's get into the figures and the accessories. So to start off with, we do have Professor Zoom, Reverse Flash, whatever you want to call him. This is the head that he came with. He came with kind of the screaming head, and the mask down on the back there. As you can see, I'll keep a distance on him just so there's no blurriness, but he's very cool. I love the or what do you call it, the colors on it. The articulation, though, I feel like at the joints it's just too thin and they get a little too wobbly and loose, especially down at the ankles. That's why I'm not a huge fan of the DC McFarlane figures, but this is cool. Yeah, I'm a decent fan of this figure. It's really not that bad. And his accessories were as follows. The first one, we have just the normal like mask on version of that, and then we also have this really interesting like flash bolt spear thing. I don't know, I gotta read up more on Flashpoint and figure out what this is, but this is the weapon that Eobard Thawne has. And then next up here we do have the Flashpoint Batman. Now he came originally with the old man or the gray hair head sculpt, the no mask head sculpt, but I switched it over to the masked or the cowled head sculpt because I've always wanted a 6-inch Flashpoint Batman figure, and even though he came with it, I wanted to throw this head on display because it is just so cool. I reviewed it here on the channel fairly recently. I do have the unmasked version of this figure, which I'll now get rid of because I don't need it anymore. But this is just so dope. I'm so happy about this. This figure is just incredible. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. You can see here down at the bottom a lot of like armor. You've got the holsters there, and we'll get into the guns that he came with, and I'm just loving the black and the red. It just looks incredible. This alone I'm fine with. I'm very happy. I should let you guys know I got all this for $40 on Amazon Prime. This was a deal. It was at like 46 a couple weeks ago, and then it dropped back down to 40. And for two figures, honestly, even just for the Batman, I'm fine with paying 40 for that. So we do have that as well. And his accessories, like I said, we do have the unmasked head right here of Thomas Wayne, and he has kind of the little cowl that hangs down just like Flash has his version of it. And then we also have, actually I'll go over this first, this really cool sword. I forget whose sword this is. I should remember. I watched the Flashpoint fairly recently, or the Flashpoint movie I should say, but we also have two of these pistols, and these will fit into the holster. These are very cool, kind of Desert Eagle-esque, and they are weathered down a little bit. And if you guys were curious, like I said, they will fit into the holster there. So very, very cool. I am very pleased with this. I don't know. I think I might sell the Reverse Flash, the Professor Zoom. I don't really have a need for him. But hey, I can trade him in for something else. We'll have to see. And then the Batman I'm just super happy with. So guys, I will leave it there. Once again, a review of the DC McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman versus Professor Zoom Flashpoint 2-pack. I will leave it there. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.